What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So in today's video, we're going to compare NIO and Tesla again, but more specifically, who's going to come out ahead by the end of the year. Or in other words, who's going to have more gains by the end of 2020. But before we jump into that, as always, we're going to take a look at the share prices today. And as you can see, NIO isn't really up at all today. During pre-market, they were down almost 5% during the dip this morning. But within the first half hour of the market opening, NIO pretty much recovered. They haven't really been up or down at all today. Now, if we look at Tesla, on the other hand, they're actually down almost 4% today. And a very similar thing happened in pre-market. They had a pretty big dip this morning, and then within the first half hour to the first hour of the market being open, they recovered. But unlike NIO, they didn't really hold that spot where they recovered to. After the first hour or so, they got up to a share price of around 430, but then after a few hours of the market being open, they dropped down to 417, and now they're bouncing around this 420 to 425 range. But again, just like I've mentioned before, NIO does follow a very similar trend as Tesla. And if we look at the 1 week chart, you can see Tesla is up almost 12%. And here is Tesla's chart. And if we compare that to NIO, here's NIO's chart. Now NIO is only up around 6% on the week. And if we actually take out September 15th, which is this day here, where NIO kind of spiked up, if you were to pretend that NIO didn't spike up on the 15th, the charts would look pretty similar as they typically do. So again, here's another look at Tesla's 1 week chart. So now let's actually jump into the comparison between NIO and Tesla. Now, this article by Investor Place was put out yesterday on September 16th, and the first thing that they state is that NIO is on course to break through the $20 mark by the end of 2020. Now, NIO has actually gone above $20, and I think they actually broke above $21. But I think this is more referring to them staying above $20 and maybe having $20 as the support level. And I think if NIO could get above $20 and make that the support level, things would really be looking up for NIO, and I think people would take them slightly more serious than them trading between $17 to $19. I mean, it's not a huge improvement, but if you go from 17 to 20, a $3 increase in the share price on $17 is a pretty big move. That would be like Tesla going from 400 up to around 470. And another thing psychologically is just that $20 price point. If they can stay above that, it's a nice even number and it seems more attractive. Now, don't ask me why that is, but it just seems like when a stock is above a solid price, for some reason, in the eye of investors, it looks like a more attractive price. Again, I don't know why this is, but I've definitely heard this before and read in different articles that at different price points, stocks seem more attractive to buyers. And now for the actual comparison between NIO and Tesla, NIO is up almost 370% year to date. And if you compare that to Tesla, they're up 320%. So NIO is up a bit more than Tesla. And this isn't saying NIO has gone up a bigger amount in the share price. This is just saying percentage-wise, NIO has almost quadrupled in price, where Tesla, on the other hand, has just over tripled in price. So I just thought I would clear that up because some new investors seem to get mixed up on that, and they think that it's crazy when articles are saying that a smaller stock is making bigger gains than a much larger stock, and they're not actually considering that it's percentage increases. But with that out of the way, NIO actually has a 48.5% point lead on Tesla. And whoever wrote this article thinks it's going to be a pretty tough battle for Tesla to come back and actually pull ahead of NIO by the end of the year, because that might not seem like a huge difference. But if you look at the size of both NIO and Tesla, yes, they've been making good gains in the last few months and in the last couple of years, but Tesla is so huge already, and they've done a stock split because their share price got so absurd. But if you compare both NIO and Tesla can't really continue going up as big as NIO could. You have to keep in mind, at some point Tesla was also worth less than $100, and then they shot up and hit $2,200 before they split their stock. So that ends up being more than a 22x on their price. So if NIO were to 22x in price, yes, that would be huge for NIO, and NIO would be on the watch list of a lot more investors, but that's not nearly as possible for Tesla to do. So it might be very difficult for Tesla to pull ahead by the end of the year. It's definitely possible, but I think with NIO also following the same trend as Tesla, If Tesla were to keep going up, NIO is going to go up as well, and it'd be hard for Tesla to actually pull ahead. Something else that you should also keep in mind is that there's a lot more people shorting against Tesla than there are against NIO. Tesla has actually become the most shorted stock in the world, and there's actually $24.3 billion worth of short interest going towards Tesla. And to put this into perspective, Apple is the second largest short position in the world, and the interest in Apple is $10.4 billion. So Tesla is twice as shorted as Apple, and Apple is no slouch either. They are definitely shorted a lot as well, which is why they're second on the list of shorted stocks. But that just shows you how much people are betting against Tesla. And Tesla also lost 25% of their value in the first half of September. And because of this, a lot of short sellers made money, and there was actually a total of $7.1 billion in profit in the first 4 days of September trading. And since those 4 days, Tesla was down another 11%. But in the last week, they've recovered a little bit, but they're still not at all where they were after the stock split happened. But the reason why I mentioned that Tesla is so shorted is because, yes, there's people also shorting NIO and betting against NIO, but the ratio of people shorting Tesla compared to the market cap and the people investing in Tesla is way greater than those that would be shorting against NIO. But even with all these people shorting against Tesla, and they have been for a long time, Tesla's still come out on top, and they're still up almost as much as NIO year to date. So you can imagine if a lot of people stopped shorting Tesla and they were actually long on Tesla, you could easily see Tesla overtake NIO in terms of percentage gains in the last year. But I don't think many people are just going to flip like a switch and just start longing Tesla for no reason, especially considering they're the most shorted stock in the world. So with all things considered though, through September 11th, NIO stock was still down 6% on the month. And if you compare that to the S&P 500 as a whole, which is down 4.6%, NIO is definitely not doing too bad when compared to the S&P 500. And I'm sure people who are investing in Tesla would much rather be in a NIO position at this point in the month than they would be in Tesla. And even though NIO has had some pullbacks since the beginning of June, they've pretty much had an upwards trend since then, and they've really done nothing but move higher. And there's really no reason for them to slow down as long as their delivery numbers keep increasing month over month. It seems like especially for the past few months they've been increasing delivery numbers. They set a record in June, they had slightly lower in July, but then August again they set a new record for deliveries. And in September they're expecting to have delivered more vehicles than August. And then leading into quarter 4, that's when car companies sell the most vehicles, so each month in quarter 4 should be even higher than September. So in total, I think both NIO and Tesla should continue going up through quarter 4, especially with quarter 4 sales coming up soon. But personally, I think I agree with this article, and I don't think Tesla is going to catch up to NIO in terms of percentage gains, because NIO has been on pretty much a momentum train since June, and they've had slight pullbacks here and there, but especially with quarter 4 coming in, there's really no reason that they're going to slow down. And like I've mentioned before, I think they're going to hit the $30 to $40 mark by the end of the year. So if Tesla were to move as much as I'm predicting NIO does, which is that $30 to $40 range, Tesla would have to hit between $600 and $800 a share, which I don't think is very likely. I think it's a lot more likely that NIO can do that by the end of the year. And I think Tesla, they could likely trade pretty flat for the rest of the year. Maybe going up a slight bit, but I don't think they're going to go up nearly as much as NIO by the end of the year. So what are your guys' thoughts of NIO versus Tesla, and who do you think will come out ahead by the end of the year? And I'm talking percentage gains in terms of the entire year. Who do you think will have the most gains by the end of 2020? Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.